In this episode of The Big Story, the parish of Trelawney is preparing for the funeral which will be held for 68-year-old Wesley Bolt, the father of sprint legend Usain Bolt, a biological father of 3, but he took others under his roof, including this young man who considers it personal for him to have done the rendering inside the grave.
The boss deserves the best because he is the best. So there is no other like him, isn't it? So it was just personal for me to just do inside myself.
This man has been building graves for 2 decades, but it is the first time he's constructing one for anyone as prominent as Usain Bolt's father, his good friend since 2006.
Everything is going to be done. We're going to tile it, put on a headstone on it before the funeral day.
Mixing and carrying mortar is still considered a man's job, but some women had no issue doing it in honor of a man they loved and respected.
He always gives us, as young people, words of encouragement, right? So doing this, carrying some cement bucket is the least I can do, in support of his family in this time of bereavement. And I will do it over and over again.
And merely showing up at the grave digging meant a lot for this woman who worked with the late Bolt on a coffee farm for 31 years.
We like him very much. So I couldn't make this grave digging pass me.
The Thanksgiving service will be held in this Seventh-day Adventist church, which is preparing to accommodate 1,000 people sitting inside and outside. The sanctuary is located about a mile away from the heart of Falmouth, that spot where construction work is underway to facilitate the mounting of a statue of Usain Bolt. Stay with us as we go beyond the sound bites and the headlines on this, the Jamaica Beacon's Big Story. Beneath curious stares, creative hands exercising precision as they bring to life what may be considered a piece of funerary art. It's the final earthly resting place being constructed for Wesley Bolt, the 68-year-old father of the fastest man, Usain Bolt.
The design is an apex sepulchre. Reason why we do apex, that nobody does not sit on it and no water not settle on it.
The project's leading mason, tiler and designer is Grenell Patterson, a one-time farmer, a native of Hanover Parish, but he now lives in Trelawney.
When he died, the wife asked me to do the grave. And so I come up with the design. So I am delighted.
Delighted partly because over the 22-year period that he has been building graves, it is the first time he's doing one for a famous person, in this case Wesley, who died of an illness in a local medical facility on March 31, 2025. The chief mason knew him for almost 2 decades, mainly through the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
His wife is a member of the Sherwood Content Seventh-day Adventist Church. And as a result, through his wife, we became friends 2006, and from that I've been a friend to the family until today.
Today, meaning Sunday, April 27, the date that was set aside for construction work to commence on the sepulchre at Reserve Cemetery in the Sherwood Content area of Trelawney. Several people showed up to give moral support. Usain, who was in the community to mark the 9th night since his dad's passing, was not seen at the grave digging. His mother, Jennifer Bolt, was there, helping to marshal activities, posing with loved ones for our camera, but we didn't question her out of respect for her son Usain's expressed wishes.
I was born in this community, however, I'm living in another community. I attend the Sherwood Content Seventh-day Adventist Church, and Mr. Bolt is also a member of that church. And Miss Jennifer Bolt is a member. Mr. Bolt is a very nice gentleman, right? He's a loving person. He always gives us, as young people, words of encouragement, right? So doing this, carrying some cement bucket is the least I can do, in support of his family in this time of bereavement. And I will do it over and over again. In fact, some of the buckets were very heavy and I still struggle to carry them to assist.
She and other women helping to carry mortar, something considered a man's job, but they chose to do it out of respect.
One daddy pops. The general call, watch out. Yeah, ladies are deal with that thing, same way go. Can't go no game man them to start out this properly.
There was no need for everyone in attendance to get their hands literally dirty. Their mere presence was a strong enough show of support. Paulette Reed Hamilton considered it a duty to have shown up. She recalled working with the late Bolt for 31 years on a coffee farm. He was her supervisor.
He was good to us. He was good to us. Kind and everything. And we like him very much. So I couldn't make this grave digging pass me.
And we won't allow to pass unnoticed the strong sense of Adventism and humility that seemingly pervade the preparation being done for the burial. Humility even in the very site chosen for interment. The Bolt family easily could have chosen private property or one of the island's perceived first-class cemeteries. But no, they opted for this site, containing graves of many people considered ordinary in terms of their socio-economic standing. No fancy gates or manicured lawns at this cemetery, which is tucked away in the aptly named rural community of Reserve, considered part of Sherwood Content, where Usain Bolt is from.
This grave is 5 feet 4 inches in height.
The normal for adults.
It's the normal for adults, no, but it is not the normal in length. It is 8 feet in length.
What is that? This about
Mr. Bolt is a tall man, right? So the normal length is 7'6", which is 90 inches. But we make this 8 foot because Mr. Bolt is a little bit taller than the normal person.
Tall in stature, tall in terms of character. That's how the late Bolt is perceived by that youngster Nikolai Williams. He told the Beacon that while he was going through a tough time in his teen, the elder Bolt took him under his roof and treated him like a son. He intends to do a tribute at the funeral, but before that, he made sure to do the rendering of the walls inside the grave.
I basically help the black them, you see. And but just they feel like it was too personal for me to inside because I mean the boss deserve the best because he is the best. We need a place of safety, you see. And when they come out, it's like the family thing, you know, me never really have nobody and the man just step me, you see. So from then on there, I just me and him everywhere up and down. Need have to do it, but him do it, you know. So him do, can never repay him for it.
Another mason working on the grave is Reuben Simpson, who said he has been building graves since he left school decades ago. He has lost count of the exact number.
whole lot of them in at this cemetery. Not to mention out there.
He knows the Bolt family personally and speaks glowingly of them.
She always swore for my daughter them. Yeah. Miss Bolt. Usain Bolt, I always carry him back and forward to school. His father was a good man. He used to work for a coffee board. He was a good man in the community. I know them when I used to go to school. It was 4 of them. 4. 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
R.I.P. Mr. Bolt, yeah, my daddy, yeah, the general. Rest in peace, my daddy. Boy, I'm the greatest thing, man. I'm everything to everybody around here. I love, all respect but to Mr. Bolt. Same way to Usain Bolt. Same way to Jennifer, Miss Bolt.
After the late Bolt stopped working at the coffee farm, he started operating a grocery shop in his community. Based on what is being said by a lot of residents, his years at the shop brought out the best in him in terms of benevolence.
He do business, assured. He sells fish, he sells pork, everything he said. When I go there, we just fish. He send me my money, you know. I'm paying money in Saturday. But he's my friend. That's why today, I'm helping him out. Survive properly.
My name is Karian Smith. I'm not originally from Sherwood, but I'm living there for a few years now. But from I'm coming In Sherwood, I know this gentleman was nice and loving man. So when I want to buy chicken or meat, we always got his meat shop. So respect.
The Bolt family being Adventist, they opted to have the service done here inside Falmouth Seventh-day Adventist Church. It is a bigger and more central structure compared to the sanctuary where the bereaved family worships in Sherwood Content. The plan is to have at least 1,000 people seated both inside and outside the church. The sanctuary is located about a mile away from the heart of Falmouth town, or that spot where construction work is underway to facilitate the mounting of a statue of the athletics legend Usain Bolt. His father has another son as well as a daughter. I am Horace Mills reporting from Trelawney for the Jamaica Beacon.